I saw this video on TikTok by chance. In West Virginia, a man owns some land. It is inhabited by no one. He has several trail cams, but he hunts on it sometimes. These are the pictures captured by one of his trail cameras. We seem to have a big, hairy, two-legged beast. It's clear that he's passing by, turning on the camera, and leaving us. Return to. A little while later, we spot another creature. The landowner characterized the creature as somewhat smaller, suggesting that it could be a sibling or a child, juvenile, or teenage Bigfoot. Here's the problem, though. When we look at these pictures, do they appear to be of Bigfoot? Indeed, they do. However, given the way AI, camera technology, computer-generated imagery, and deception are being used, it's anyone's guess. It took me a while to locate these pictures. Therefore, I would have anticipated this to receive a lot more attention unless the government or another institution is censoring or concealing these kinds of species. You be the judge, as usual. But do share your thoughts with me. I would really like to know that. What then do we have? According to the video's title, Arctic Yeti was captured on camera. First of all, I assumed that the Arctic Yeti would most likely be white. I'm not sure about you. It need not be, I suppose. According to the uploader, this video shows an Arctic Yeti approaching a dog bowl that was placed there specifically to record this particular Yeti. The creature is shown staring straight into the camera, so I'm not sure. Additionally, I can't really see many features. Perhaps you can. To be honest, I have no idea what this one is. It's quite fantastic if it's real, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's phony. Tell me in the comments, though. Additionally, did you imagine that an Arctic Yeti would be white? Well, what have we got here? In Mexico, a security camera captures an orb circling the sky. It's quite intelligent. This ball suddenly transforms into a human, as shown in the video. This was taken in August of this year, and as the timestamp indicates, it was quite early in the morning. The individual actually makes an appearance once or twice before fully appearing, which is sort of odd. What is your explanation for this? I'm not sure.
Ella, stop. I'm destroyed right now. Oh, no, Ella, you have to stop now. You're gonna learn.
Maybe say sit?
No, it's not.
I found this video to be merely amusing. The one guy, did you hear him? I'm destroyed right now, he says. I'm not sure if that's because the dog has already leaped on him or because he's had too many beers. Then you hear the other person say something like, sit down. I'm not going to sit, he says. That's fantastic. All she wants is to enjoy herself. She also wants to have fun in the pool. Fantastic capture by the camera. Something spooky happened to TikTok user Jess, a licensed nurse assistant working a late shift in the mental section of an old, allegedly haunted children's hospital in Maine. As she looked about, she became aware of something disturbing. Even though there was nobody around her, the door seemed to open itself. A shadowy, human-like apparition appeared out of nowhere as Jess stared into a hallway mirror. Once more, nobody ought to be present during this shift. According to a video commenter, this figure might be a grim reaper who is there to gather souls. Ironically, Jess later disclosed that the day following this disturbing event, one of her patients died. Notably, Jess has only ever shared moments from her personal and professional lives on her account. She has never previously uploaded anything spooky. Could this be a real experience of something otherworldly, I ask you? Was it something so terrifying that she chose to share it on her TikTok? You have to make the decision. The following clip features still photos of what some claim to be Bigfoot. Additionally, they assert that because this was captured by a wildlife biologist's trail camera, it is more reliable than most other sources. It looks really good, I must admit. When you zoom in, the face type is different from what we often perceive. Its eyes are human-like, yet its snout is broad and ape-like. Somewhere in the United States, it is supposed to have been brought here. We can therefore be certain that it is not a gorilla. Tell me what you think about this. I adore this. Take a look at this. With its tail, this dolphin lifts the fish out of the water and places it in the mouth of the bird. Dolphins are known to exhibit cooperative behaviors with other species, such as seabirds, according to researchers. They have even seen dolphins push schools of fish to the surface in certain instances, which facilitates prey capture for both the dolphins and the birds in the area. Furthermore, it's possible that dolphins provide fish to birds as a kind of play or social engagement. This appears to be what we have seen. They have also been seen doing this when in captivity. Although the precise cause is unknown, it might have something to do with social interaction or simple play. However, we are aware that it demonstrates the dolphin's intellect. Alright, watch this video. Allegedly stolen in the early 2000s and a park ranger found it in the woods. Yes, the video was found, but no one was. Look at it. It's reasonable to say that the park ranger was somewhat worried when he found the clip and threw it in to watch. There were weird individuals or some kind of creature chasing the movie. The part that really frightens me now is the ending. He seems to have been taken prisoner and is sitting by a fire, seemingly in anticipation of a sacrifice or a seance of some kind. The man on watch and the man in captivity with his hands behind his back are visible. I hope this guy survived, but I have no idea what's going on. Now, thanks to Victoria, Texas resident Sherry Gaines, this clip revealed the deepest secret. In essence, Sherry saw something that defies rationality when she was working from home. Watch the video. The person appeared to be walking backwards. Did you notice that? Particularly when you're walking past the bush. He seems to be moving backwards before abruptly turning around, and starts to walk properly. What's going on here, really? Sherry repeatedly verified this with her cameras and is now seeking assistance in an attempt to decipher what she could have seen on camera. It's obvious that something about his shape and manner of moving is abnormal. It is now extremely simple to detect that something is happening as he approaches the camera more and more. However, I tell you, I have no idea what's going on when he turns around and begins to go in the opposite direction. I'd be interested in hearing everyone's thoughts on this. This doesn't seem like a camera bug to me. It may be a little deceptive, but it's still eerie. This image was sent to a Reddit message board by Reddit member Altruist Excel, who claimed it was Bigfoot's hand. Despite the fact that the picture was taken in November 2002, it has only recently become popular. Around that time, it got viral and has since been making the rounds once more. Whatever it is, I'm not sure if it's Bigfoot's hand. It's really unsettling. The hand appears enormous, suggesting that it is a part of something enormous. Its fingernails appear to be somewhat pointed, and its fingers have an unusual form. If it's not the hand of Bigfoot, The next most common explanation, according to the comments I read, is that it's a Halloween costume or a prop from a movie. There are many people who doubt this image, but there are also many who think it is Bigfoot's hand. Tell me what you guys believe this might be. I just thought this video was cool when I found it. I suppose these crystals are just extracted from this mud due to ignorance. I realize that seems absurd, but I feel a little ashamed that I was unaware of their origins. If you listen to these folks, you can see they are excited about this. Why wouldn't you be, too? Additionally, this has a healing quality. They use the pressure washer to hit that, removing all of the clay. If someone truly understands what's happening here and how these are found, I'd love a thorough explanation. I read the comments, but I didn't find a lot of useful information. I was afraid you wouldn't show it cleaned, one individual stated. I agree. Alright, this is a crazy clip. It looks like this guy's going to perform some cliff diving when he ducks around the fence. I've done some previously, and I can honestly say that it's thrilling. I understand. However, I can see that his heart stopped when he leapt, and the underwater camera caught the aquatic scene surrounding him. Watch how a huge great white shark is captured by the underwater GoPro just feet away from him. You're really out of your element, I mean. If the shark is genuinely interested in you, you have no chance. When he jumps and looks back up, it appears as though the person he is with is pointing, if you observe at the beginning. Additionally, I realize that this is not a little cove. Do you notice how many boats are anchored there? There are yachts and sailboats, and I wonder what would happen if people were diving off of them and there were only great white sharks swimming around. That is, after all, rather typical in places with still water. Even though this is fantastic footage, I must admit that after watching it, I would find it difficult to get back in the water. The biggest nightmare of all men. It's true that the man was bitten. Fortunately, he didn't need any additional care. They sent him on his way after giving him a tetanus injection, but I have a feeling that the psychological harm will endure much longer. I'm glad the snake wasn't toxic. Ukrainian soldiers are now claiming seeing a disc-shaped UFO on the battlefield, which is a startling and uncommon development in the ongoing confrontation between Russia and Ukraine. The 406th Battalion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces is said to have used a reconnaissance drone with thermal imaging to record this incident, which occurred in early March 2024.
Что это за херня? Тарелка, блядь. По-любому. А ну приблизь еще. На месте стоит, ты бачишь? А на месте, блядь. А в теплак...
The footage shows an oblong-shaped craft hovering in the air, leaving soldiers baffled as they question what the mysterious object could be.
Что это за херня? Тарелка, блядь. По-любому. А ну приблизь еще. На месте стоит, ты бачишь? А на месте, блядь. А в теплак ничего не стоит?
The soldiers are perplexed as they attempt to identify the oval-shaped item that is seen hovering in the air in the video. Since the video was made public, many people have been wondering if this is modern technology or something more advanced from space. More footage of mysterious flying objects has emerged from the area, adding to the interest. During Ukraine's offensive line into Russia in early August 2024, observers captured fast-moving UFO orbs in a fighting zone. A fighter jet is seen flying by in the footage, but as it slows down, two dark orbs can be seen in the sky traveling at a very high pace. Widespread discussion has been sparked by these sightings, with claims ranging from government meddling to advanced military drones to extraterrestrial activity. There are many issues raised by the discovery of such unidentified objects in a conflict zone, and the truth is that we have no solutions. Both military analysts and the general public are now left wondering what these odd occurrences actually are. Please share your knowledge with the rest of us if you have any. When a party of safari tourists noticed this creature creeping at them, they were taken aback. Many identified it as an alligator, which caused their brains to pause, but this one was different. You can tell that he is missing his front limbs as he slithers closer. Watch him slide down into this pit and over this muck. He really does resemble a large tadpole. However, I will admit that this man is eating well because he has a lot of belly. I can only speculate, but I believe he may have had a birth defect or lost these limbs in a struggle. Indeed, it resembles a combination of a gator and a lizard. Nature is weird, man. They'll adjust. Now, this is a rather dubious video that was shot in the forest by two girls. They are on a camping trip and have just woken up at roughly 6:30 a.m. This is what they hear as they prepare to continue their journey.
Are they getting closer, Joy? No? A biker just went that way, and the sound got worse.
Many commenters are now claiming that this is a cryptid or something darker, but many more people have added that this is unquestionably a pack of coyotes or wolves. The most frightening thing, in my opinion, is when she says near the conclusion of the movie that a motorbike approached them and simply went that way. Of course, it is depressing if you and a friend are alone in the woods and it sounds like there are a lot of untamed predators nearby. Then, as if they have something, she says it's becoming louder. What are the odds that it was the biker after all? I'm not sure. I do know, though, that I would be leaving the direction of the wailing. Alright, so in this following movie I'll show you 4 images of what are supposedly children's ghosts. The first one is fairly clear now. Seeing this girl doesn't take us long. She really has a spooky appearance. She's looking out from behind the banister and her eyes are really shining. Yes, I do understand. I saw nothing in this next clip, which was shot in an attic. Off to the left I can make out a faint haze that looks like smoke or something. I'm not sure if that's meant to be it. Nothing is visible in the window. I have no idea where the child should be. All right, the child is in the tree in the following footage. The same thing. There are no ghosts here, in my opinion. Nothing that appears to be close catches my eye. What location is it? I'm missing it. What location is it? The last clip is quite easy to watch, but it's also really disturbing. The girl appears to be in a balcony or breezeway, and someone from below has pointed up and taken a photo of her. Very eerie. Help me with the other 2, though. Even though I'm generally really excellent at these things, I don't see them at all. Unsettling video from Georgia shows what looks to be a bipedal creature crossing railroad rails. Many commenters aren't having it right now. They don't believe this to be a cryptid or the Bigfoot. In fact, I'd say that most of them believe this to be a drunk man. I'll give the cryptid a slight advantage because it was uploaded as a cryptid movie, but a regular guy might just as easily be the source, due to the graininess of the video.